hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy. Paid for by Christian Care Ministry. So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to MediShare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, they like it.
Alrighty then.
Member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance, double. MediShare is a proven thing too. For over 30 years, it's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing too: if you join before November 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another $150.
Alrighty then. Say goodbye.
And I'm here in a second,
Let
but
me
call, you
see.
get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's November 30th. So call now. Use the 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Stacking Benjamins with Joe and his good friend OG not only has great financial insight, it's laid back with humor too.
Joe talks with Stacking Deeds co-host Crystal Hammond.
I've always been a fan of nosy neighbors. I want nosy neighbors. They can tell you what's going on 10 times faster than you would know.
Again, what's she talking about, Doug?
Really?
We're repairing neighborhoods, but then we're into nosy neighbors, and yeah, that's off of that.
Find out more by searching the Stacking Benjamins podcast, wherever you listen.
Listen to News Radio 1440 from the comfort of your car seat, the comfort of your desk chair, or the comfort of your recliner at home. We're everywhere, on the radio, online, and on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
And let's go.
Your WSFA.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Indeed.com. Halloween is over, but hiring is still scary. Indeed's end-to-end solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
After a cold start this morning with a few clouds remaining, it's going to be a mainly sunny afternoon. Temperatures again on the chilly side, though, mid-50s. Below freezing tonight. It's going to be a night of widespread frost. Temperatures down into the upper 20s and lower 30s under a clear sky. Mostly sunny tomorrow, upper 50s, low 60s with more clouds on Thursday. Then December gets here and it will start off on a wet note Friday through the weekend. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery's Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Tuesday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Christmas shopping is best at Premier Place. Shop It's Fashion, GNC, T-Mobile, Goodwill, and more. Premier Place in Prattville, another great Clinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law from Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Chaz Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and today is Giving Tuesday. Charities, nonprofit organizations, and even schools ask that you give back. In our area, the Montgomery Humane Society, the YMCA of Greater Montgomery, River Reach United Way, and so many others are participating in Giving Tuesday. This Friday, you can continue to give back with WSFA 12 News annual 12th Day of Giving from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. this Friday at the Grove Market on the Quick Parkway.
On my first day of Christmas, my true love said to me.
And the Christmas season is officially here with several cities hosting holiday celebrations. This Thursday, Millbrook is hosting its Christmas tree lighting. Hike Road is hosting its Christmas Spectacular Thursday at 5:30 p.m. at City Hall. And in Prattville, the Christmas parade was supposed to be Friday, but it was postponed due to weather to December 8th. I'm Chaz Williams with your morning headline.
Montgomery's #1 rated collision and auto repair center, Chico's Auto Pros, wants to earn your business. For years, you've known Chico's for delivering the absolute best in collision repair in all the River region. Now, Chico's Auto Pros offers a full auto repair center for essentially every auto repair you can imagine. Brakes, hoses, tires, AC, batteries, check engine lights, alignments, and more. All things auto repair and all things collision repair can be found at Chico's Auto Pros on Atlanta Highway, Montgomery.
Where's my headphones? Where's my headphones?
Stop saying something one day, someday is here.
My headphones, my headphones, my headphones, my headphones.
Today, because budget has banks and credit unions. Yes. That's a yes. The low down payment starting at just.
Alrighty then. WSFA, blah, 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 blah.
Get a nicer, newer car with low
Right there. A little coffee's ready here.
Let's get it done. So pick a nicer, newer car with low down payment. Banks that want to say yes. Yes. At Budget, we work harder to help you drive a nicer, newer car. You'll love
Got the wake up call. I'm good. Life's good. For the time being.
Get the Budget car sales in Montgomery at 61 Mendel Parkway, just off Atlanta Highway, next to Fraser Church, or in Prattville, 508 McQueen Smith Road, across from Walmart, next to Aldi. Shop online 24/7. BuyBudgetOnline.com. That's BuyBudgetOnline.com.
How would you like to come home to a bartender who will fix you any
And I
cocktail you
feel
want? Now you can with the Bartesian Home Cocktail Maker. Bartesian is a sea-wishing size coffee maker that makes premium cocktails at the touch of a button. Choose from over 50 different cocktails, from classics to the most exotic premium cocktails served in the best bars today. You'll always get freshly mixed, perfectly balanced cocktails with the Bartesian Cocktail Maker. And now, get Bartesian's best holiday deal ever when you go to Bartesian.com/radio. Entertainment. The Bartesian is ideal for parties. No need to stock all kinds of individual mixers or complicated recipes. Every guest gets a cocktail of their choice in seconds. The Bartesian makes a wonderful gift for anyone who loves a fine premium cocktail.
Yeah, I'm not a BMW guy. Checking account won't let it happen.
Only at Bartesian.com/radio. That's
Buy American, baby. Buy American.
BAR.com/radio.
Although I know some people who have BMW.
Bartesian.com/radio.
I know some people who drive BMWs. Can't buy no American car. Got to drive a BMW.
While other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you
BMW. Black man working. That's what that's all about. Do you have a BMW? I sure do. He work every day. He work every day. That's my BMW.
with you everywhere on your AM dial at 1440 on 95.1 HD3 on FM through our app on the App Store or through your Alexa or Google smart home device.
And let it roll.
Sometimes you need to reset.
Time to go to work.
Your day.
I'm a
A
BMW.
moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is
Hello.
Kevin Elkins.
Just testing out my voice.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama, and the rest of the world. Good morning. It is another great day to be alive. And we're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of us. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is November the 28th, 2023 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled The Skill of Compassion. Our scriptural insight today comes from Romans 12, 9 through 21. But let us start with Romans 12, 10 through 12, and it reads, Be devoted to one another in love, joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is November the 28th. It is a day like all the other days that has never been. And it is a day that once it's gone, you won't ever see it again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should do the day that you don't. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that we do. So whatever it is that we do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, we'll be proud of what we have done. And if you lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, than it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever we do what we can, while we can, for as long as we can, until we can't. Reach out and give somebody else a helping hand. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never, ever give up. Sometimes when it rains, I'd say that's God laughing because you think you got a problem that he can't handle. It is kind of funny, isn't it? Quitters never win. And winners, although they may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. So don't ever, ever give up. Because winners never quit, and quitters will never win. Good morning to you. The skill of compassion. It is a great day to be alive. We'll be back.
Horse, oh, kick, ho! Here we go. Here we go.
They wanted to do PT just a little bit too fast. We'll be back.
From Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled The Skill of Compassion was written by Monica LaRose. A thorn has entered your foot. That is why you weep at times at night, wrote Catherine of Siena in the 14th century. She continued, there are some in this world who can pull it out. The skill that takes, they have learned from God. Catherine devoted her life to cultivating that skill and is still remembered today for her remarkable capacity for empathy and compassion for others in pain. That image of pain as a deeply embedded thorn that requires tenderness and skill to remove lingers with me. It's a vivid reminder of how complex and wounded we are, and of our need to dig deeper to develop true compassion for others and ourselves. Or, as the Apostle Paul describes it in the book of Romans, it's an image that reminds us that loving others like Jesus does requires more than good intentions and well wishes. It requires being devoted to one another, joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. It requires being willing to not only rejoice with those who rejoice, but to mourn with those who mourn. It requires all of us. In a broken world, none of us escape unwounded. Hurt and scars are deeply embedded in each of us. But deeper still is the love we find in Christ. Love tender enough to draw out those thorns with the balm of compassion, willing to embrace both friend and enemy to find healing together. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Romans chapter 12, verses 9 through 21. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil, cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another. Honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor, serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath, for it is written, "It is mine to avenge, I will repay, says the Lord. On the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Let's pray. Loving God, thank you for your compassion. Move in our hearts to meet others in their pain. Fill them with hope as we show them your love. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you for listening today. My name is Brenna Holzbaugh, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Time to rise and shine. Come on, General. Time to get up. Let's get it going. We run to the sun. No threat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Sorry about that. Not really, not really. We didn't have to serve old bread. Come on now. You're wasting daylight. Or at least it's coming. All the way. Oh, yeah. Rough and tough. Can't be a wimp. Airborne all the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne. Needs a number which I served. Up here, we're going to do it right. Up from an aircraft while in flight. Drive it on. Drive it on. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it. Get that blood rolling. Get motivated. I feel you. I feel you. Come on. Morning in the drizzling rain. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering glow. All the way, boy. All the way, baby. Tighten it up. Tighten it up. Make your buddy smile. All the way, driving on, driving on. Here we go. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne all the way. All right then. No, okay, it's Tuesday. We're not doing PT today. We are the reserve crew. We do PT 3 times a week, okay, and then we call it a day on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We just okay. Tomorrow's PT time again, okay? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Can we get that straight, okay? Sergeant Smith, can you write a note to yourself? No PT on Tuesday. Okay, we got to recuperate from yesterday. We're old. All right, anyway, but what we will do this day, like we do every morning, we honor all of our armed forces of these United States, some who I know who are still in that are doing jobs that are too dangerous for me to tell you about on the radio. Okay, so anyway, let us honor those guys, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. I didn't really realize we had troops in Syria. Of course, they took away my clearance, so they don't write Elkins a letter every time they're going to make a move. Okay, then I'm just saying, being a stalwart member of the media, you think they would send me a note or two, let me know what's happening up there in Washington D.C. But you got to be a Democrat to get any information up there, and then in order to get once you get the information, you got to figure out are they telling the truth. But anyway, so much for that. So let's take a moment and honor our armed forces, the United States Army, United States Marine Corps, Coast Guard, Air Force, Space Force. Did I miss anybody? I hope not. And the Merchant Marines. We always forget those guys. You won't forget them when you're out there in them waters, though. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. And good morning to the Alabama National Guard. Good morning, Sergeant Major. I'm knocking them out as we speak. Knocking them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got it. I'm doing it. And good morning, First Sergeant. All of you out there. the United States Navy. Good morning, Swabbies. Is it true you guys got people in the Navy that can't swim? I'm just asking the question. And good morning to the Montgomery Police Department, the Montgomery Sheriff Department, and the Montgomery. Let's never forget the Montgomery Fire Department. Talking about going in harm's way. Woo-hoo. Don't they, though? And don't forget, I hope some of you guys took your neighborhood fire department some dressing the other day. Okay, I must admit you, I forgot to. I did. I forgot to. My bad. Next time I go by there, I'll knock out 28 push-ups for you. Personally, I think every fire department ought to have a cook. He don't get on the truck. He makes sure their meals are fed are for him. Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's just me. I got to talk to Milford Jordan about that. Chief, can we get a cook in each, or at least one cook that sends out plates on holidays for him? Okay, let me work that out with you. I'll call you later. The United States Air Force. And last, but certainly not least, they call them jarheads and all kinds of names. Some we can't even say on the air. But whatever you call them, their motto is Semper Fidelis. But the Marines had a hard time pronouncing that one. So we just cut it short to Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. Always, always faithful. Hoorah! I didn't say hoo-ah, that's Army. Hoorah is Marine Corps. Okay, now if you're not awake after all of that, then you probably need to go in the mirror and blow on it and see if you're still with it. I'm just saying that if that doesn't motivate you and make you thankful that you live in the greatest country on earth, which, as a matter of fact, my son, something happened to my son yesterday in school, and we're not going to get into it this hour, but we're going to get into it next hour because it's a conversation that I think we all, if you're a parent or you're a citizen, that we certainly need to have. And we've tried to have it before, but yesterday solidified my reasoning behind not doing certain things in school, at least till you get age appropriate. But anyway, of course he's age appropriate, but it was just that some of the responses that some of the kids came away with because of this particular teaching. Well, I'll tell you about it later on. But anyway, good morning to you. It is 6:31 in the morning. And let us take a break, and we shall return uno momento. And is that it? Okay, yeah, that's it right there. Okay, I'm just saying. Where's my other thing in here? Okay. Hey, where's my song? There we go. Right there's my song right there. I got to play this song every morning because every morning we realize that the road behind us is a lot longer than the road in front of us, if you live a while. I mean, so let us always be mindful of that as we treat people that we meet along the way. And yeah, sometimes I got to slap my own self because I don't do it all the time. So I need somebody to remind me sometimes too. And George Washington Carver said something that I'm going to share with you guys today that we should take into consideration in our day-to-day walk. We'll be back right after these messages. Good morning to you. It is 6:32 in the morning right here on a Tuesday morning in this great capital of Alabama, Montgomery. I like it. You can't keep listening to people who don't live here. Okay, I'm an honorary Alabamian now. Okay, I wasn't born here, but South Bend is my home. But I'm an honorary. I've lived in Alabama long as I've lived at home. So maybe I'll swap that on the birth certificate. Montgomery. Nah, South Bend is a great place. Now that we got rid of Pete Buttigieg. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. We'll be back. How time flies.
2023 has been a busy year for esports, but one content creator wants to take it even further. Famous streamer Jeremy Disguised Toast Wang entered Valorant and League of Legends over a year ago with mild success on both fronts. This year was just the beginning, as Wang announced this week he will be entering 3 additional esports in 2024. It's a long way to the top, but we love an underdog story. Will other content creators in the space follow suit?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
A psoriasis flare-up can make a walk in the park, well, no walk in the park.
It's that obvious, huh? I've tried so many lotions and creams, but I still have symptoms.
So those don't do enough to treat the inflammation beneath the skin, leaving you with those uncontrolled symptoms.
Makes sense, but what else can I do?
You can get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Make an appointment and, oh, you're already on it.
Hi, yes, I'd like to make an appointment.
Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to MediShare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. MediShare is a proven thing, too. For over 30 years, it's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another $150 savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's November 30th. So call now and you'll save even more. Here's the number, 844-43-BIBLE. That's 844-43-BIBLE, 844 43 Vital.
It's Matt Parsley with Budget Car and Truck Sales, Montgomery and Prattville. Your friend in the car business. Stop saying someday, one day, soon. Your someday is here. With Budget Car Sales Black Friday, yes-a-thon, your someday is today. Because Budget has banks and credit unions that want to say yes. Yes. That's a yes to low down payments starting at just $7 down. That's a yes to no payments up to 6 months. Still making payments on that rusted, busted old car? Get a nicer, newer car with lower payments. I'm not someday, one daying around this week. Let's get it done. So pick a nicer, newer car with low down payments. Banks that want to say yes. That's a yes. At Budget, we work harder to help you drive a nicer, newer car you'll love every day. Make your someday today with a like new car, truck, van, or SUV you deserve. Get to Budget Car Sales in Montgomery at 61 Mendel Parkway, just off Atlanta Highway, next to Fraser Church, or in Prattville, 508 McQueen Smith Road, across from Walmart, next to Aldi. Shop online 24/7. BuyBudgetOnline.com. That's BuyBudgetOnline.com.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Listen to News Radio 1440 at work, newsradio1440.com, at home through your Alexa or Google smart home device. Depend on it. News Radio 1440.
All right. Okay. Oh, let me turn the microphone up there. I was lost for a second. I'm trying to do three things at one time. Okay. And we are back. Good morning to you. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. I feel pretty good every morning. Anyway, every morning above the ground is a pretty good day. Good morning to you. It is 6:39 in the morning. If you had to be, if let's you live in Georgia, then it's like 7:39. It's like you already up and had breakfast and at work already. We in Montgomery, we got to be. We're always behind, so we 1 hour behind everybody. Unless you live in California, they way behind. Anyway, good morning to you. Let me see now. It is the lessons of life today and the word of the day. Now, the word of the day is an interesting word because it describes a lot of people, especially in the talk radio business. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have exhibited at times this word. Only because my patience runs out sometimes. So forgive me. I'm not forgiving the rest of you now, but I have exhibited these words. I mean this thing right here. The word means behaving in a rude way, or not polite, or socially acceptable. So what is the word that goes with that definition? Well, I'll give it to you in a couple of seconds. But I'm pretty sure that some of you already know. Okay? Because, we have moments sometimes where we're not as nice as we could be often. Okay? So the word is uncouth. UNCOUTH. So the next time, so if you do something wrong in school, all you got to do is tell the principal, Mr. Principal, I am absolutely sorry that I was somewhat uncouth this morning. Now, depending on which school he went to, he'll probably know what that means and accept your apology. If he doesn't, then he'll think, okay, I got it. So I'm just saying, you might want to use that word sparingly because, you might insult some people. Hell, if they don't know what the word means, don't even worry about it. Okay? See, I was being uncouth right then. Okay, I'm just saying. So, uncouth means behaving in a rude way or not polite or socially acceptable. We can have that conversation some other time. Also, the lesson of life today is not by me. The lesson of life today is by George Washington Carver, one of our greatest Black humanitarians and inventors, just historically, just a powerful figure. And here is what Mr. Carver once said: how far you go in life depends on your being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and strong. Because if you are blessed, if you're lucky, someday you will be or have been all of these. And I'll give it to you one more time. How far you go in life depends on you being tender with the young. Never, ever be mean to the young people. Compassionate with the age, because if you are blessed, you may get there. Sympathetic with those that are striving to make it. And tolerant. This is a good one right here. You must be tolerant with the weak as well as strong. That's right. Just because you're strong doesn't mean that you're not weak. And just because you're weak at the moment doesn't mean that you're not strong. So it's up to us to be tolerant with both. Because someday, if the good Lord allows you, you will have been all of these people. Okay? So that is the lesson of life today. So starting today, don't be a butthole. Okay? Be nice. It is November the 28th of this year. In 1943, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and Soviet leader Joseph Stalin began conferring in Tehran during World War II. In 1520, listen, I haven't seen the movie. I don't know if it's true, but I'm going on what they say. Portuguese navigator Ferdinand Magellan reached the Pacific Ocean after passing through the South American strait that now bears its name. Like he made it. 1861, the Confederate Congress admitted Missouri as the 12th state of the Confederacy after Missouri's disputed secession from the Union. And in 1905, Sinn Féin was founded in Dublin. Okay. In 1907, future movie producer Louis B. Mayer opened his first movie theater. No, it wasn't in California. It was up there in Haverhill, Massachusetts. In 1909, on this day, Sergio Romano, or close to it, Piano Concerto Number 3 in D minor. I have proved it. 1942, a fire engulfed the Coconut Grove nightclub in Boston, killing 492 people in the deadliest nightclub blaze ever. That's why I don't go to cook. I don't go to The cause of the rapidly spreading fire, which began in the basement, is in dispute. One theory is that a busboy accidentally ignited an artificial palm tree while using a lighted match to fix a light bulb. Okay then. 1961, Ernie Davis of Syracuse University became the first African American to be named winner of the Heisman Trophy. 1961. 1964, the United States launched a space probe Mariner 4 on a course toward Mars. When it flew past in July 1965, sending back pictures of the red planet. In 1975, President Ford nominated federal judge Paul Stevens to the U.S. Supreme Court. Seat was vacated by William O. Douglas. 1979 was the year an Air New Zealand DC-10 en route to the South Pole crashed into a mountain in Antarctica, killing all 257 people or so. I still can't figure out why we keep wanting to go to the South Pole and the North Pole. I just can't figure it out. Ain't nothing there but coldness. I don't know why we want to go there, or we want to play that. But I can get cold right here in Montgomery, Alabama, like I am today. So I don't know why we got to go up there anyway. Listen, let the ice stay with the ice, and us stay with us. I'm just saying. 1990, one of my favorite British leaders, Margaret Thatcher, resigned as British Prime Minister during an audience with Queen Elizabeth II, who then conferred the premiership to John Major. And 2001, Enron Corporation, one of the world's largest energy traders, collapsed after a would-be rescuer, Dynegy Incorporated, backed out of an $8.4 billion takeover deal. Enron filed for bankruptcy protection 4 days later. It was 15 years ago, Indian forces fired grenades at the landmark Taj Mahal Hotel, the last stand by suspected Muslim militants. 10 years ago, China said to have sent warplanes into the newly declared maritime air defense zone after the U.S., South Korea, and Japan all sent fighters through the airspace in defiance of the rules of Beijing that it imposed on the East China Sea. Now they go take over the China Sea. They wait for they will. 6 years ago, a Libyan militant convicted in federal court in Washington, D.C. of terrorism charges stemming from the 2012 Benghazi attack that killed U.S. ambassador and 3 other Americans. But the jury found Ahmed Abu Kenyatta, or Kupala, whatever, not guilty of murder. Kupala was sentenced the following June to 22 years in prison. And Jay-Z led the 2018 Grammy Awards nominees back in 2018. Okay. Now, what is today's date? What are we celebrating today in America? Well, it says Albania Independence Day. That's really not in America. Okay. It is Giving Tuesday. That means today we hope that you all give money to Helping Hands. Go online to my Facebook page, and you can see a letter there with a link in it to our GoFundMe account there, and put it there. Or you can always come down to our bank and put it in the bank at Service First Bank. I'm just saying to help the folks out, put it in there. But it is Giving Tuesday. Okay, National Allen Day. So if your name is Allen, ALAN today, we give you homage. We give you not praise, but we give you honor today. Okay. So good morning, Allen. However many there are in Montgomery. And here's one. I don't know one game with his name, but he used to coach the Alabama State Hornets. National Cold Day. C-O-L-E, not C-O-L-D. Cold. Okay. National Day of Giving. We gotta get that right. We get that, okay? Also, National French Toast Day. So today is French Toast Day, so if you haven't had any, then maybe today is the first day you get some in a long time. I mean, French Toast. You know what I'm saying? National Madison Day. So if your name is Madison, but if your name is Madison, happy day to you. And one more person today, Patrick. If your name happens to be Patrick, today is National Patrick Day. Okay. And one last one, it is the Red Planet Day. I guess the red planet is Mars. And I often ask people the question, if you could go somewhere that no human being has ever been and see things that no other human being will ever see. But here's the catch. You cannot come back home. Would you go? Now, to me, no, I wouldn't go, because what good is seeing all that if you can't come back and bless that? If I get a ride to the sun, okay, which I don't really want to get that close to the sun, it's hot enough already. Let's say if I get a ride to the red planet, if I'm rolling around the red planet in my little orbiting machine, just checking things out, the rings and Saturn and all that stuff, or Mars, whatever it is. But I can't tell you about it. And now I'm caught up in a dust storm, and now it takes me down to the planet surface, and there I lie in space forever. So why would I want to go? Think about this. Why would and somebody said we give you $20 million to go. No, you're gonna give somebody to the name out there. You're not gonna take it again. So no. We're not gonna do it. Okay, you may not want to. You may not want to do it. But what'd you do? Did anybody out there do? I didn't think so. I didn't think anybody would. I didn't think anybody would do that. That's just probably not very. That's probably nonsensical to do. But I have thought about doing it. All right, one more letter. I got. See, I'm gonna do one letter a day that I get for people to me to get for the show, and about things that have happened to them. And here's one. Yesterday, as my son and I traveled to another city for a soccer tournament, we pulled off at a small gas station so we could get a drink. While I paid, I gave Rocket and Sean the keys so he could head back to the car. So it took me a little while I was at the checkout counter and exit the store. I noticed Sean's door open and he was walking away from the car towards a man in a wheelchair. He was an older African American gentleman with amputated legs and appeared homeless. Our first reaction, my first reaction, sadly, was, oh crap, he's hitting Sean up for money, and he has called him over there. But as I walked closer, Sean had clearly had a short conversation with the man, turned around, and headed back to the car. So I did the same. Now, as I entered the car, I asked him, what was that all about? Nothing, Dad. I was just asking him if he needed help. He said, no thanks, that he was fine, but thank you for asking. See, at the first glance, I didn't even notice that the gentleman was attempting to cross a gravel parking lot full of potholes in a wheelchair using only his hand. I didn't notice that my 11-year-old young man was man enough to see this in the mirror of his car. Drop his electronic game he was playing, get out and offer help to the guy. And as we began to leave, Sean asked me if we could give the man the money. So we pulled up beside him and asked if we could use the food. He said, no thanks, I'm fine. Your son was a real gentleman and gave me all I needed today. God bless. So he rolled up the window and began to drive off. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw that Sean waved at him one more time, and he waved back with a huge smile on his face. While I have gotten out of the car and done would I have gotten out of the car and done the same thing. He says, I don't talk about these things for any praise but for Sean. I post this to expose a real nastiness that we have in our world. We see such vile and hatred on every news channel, every Facebook post, every tweet. It's not a right or a left thing. We all do it, and we do it. We have forgotten to look at the world around us through the eyes of the Father. John wasn't looking for praise when he did what he did. He didn't even know I was sick. He just saw a man that he thought needed help. And if we all just stop once a day and try to make one person smile, one stranger stop and think, hey, can we make a real change? Probably so. As I said, that would paint a poor picture of my judgment. But don't many of us have the same reaction at many times? I have. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's one of those things that needs to change. That I pray the world doesn't change this year. It's done. And there are so many lessons in there and I've been guilty. I have been guilty of judging people because I see them walking down the street, making throw a sign on the street, although some have been there for a couple of weeks. I'm just saying. Yeah, but I've been guilty. And I've tried to help some people sometimes, and they scare the hell out of you what to do. going back the other way. Um, but you know, it's too bad. It's too bad that we cannot have the mindset of a child. Because life is very simple when you're a child. It really, really, it isn't complicated. You know, it isn't complicated. It isn't rash or harsh. You know, I saw a picture the other day of a white child holding a black child, a baby, holding them so tight so he wouldn't cry. They were white and black. What do you need? What do you need? Is the mentality of a child. We could change the world overnight. Well, I don't know about the whole world, but we can start today. Let's take this season and keep on keeping on. Remember the child that's in you. We'll be back. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It's 6:58 in the morning, right here in Montgomery, Alabama. And I'm glad to be here. I hope you are too. It is a great day to be alive. We'll be back. Look out.
We're expecting more hostages to be released in the Middle East on this fifth day of an extended ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Correspondent Howard Williams has our top story from Tel Aviv.
I told CBS News it's hoping to negotiate a new deal to release male hostages and Israeli soldiers. But Israel found around 170 hostages are still being held in the Gaza Strip.
CBS's Nancy Cordes has more from the White House.
So far, just one American 4-year-old Abigail Morton-Dunn has been released, and that's been disappointing for White House officials who were originally optimistic that 2 American women would also be freed in the first 4 days of this pause. Now, they say they're still hopeful that those women will be among the 20 women and children released today and tomorrow, now that the pause has been extended by at least 2 days.
That extended ceasefire, negotiated by Qatar and supported by the U.S., will also allow more aid trucks into Gaza. More unwelcome news for a Wall Street Journal reporter detained in Russia. The court there has extended Evan Gershkovic's prison stay for a third time, now until at least January 30th. He was taken into custody almost 8 months ago and accused of espionage. The Journal calls the accusations against him categorically false. New developments in the investigation into those deadly wildfires on Maui in August. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti has learned the state attorney general has issued subpoenas.
Sources told us that Maui County officials are doing what they call uncooperative. The emergency management department where radio communications that could have saved lives were seemingly not being monitored at the time of the fire. A second subpoena was also issued to the Department of Water Supply, the
improvement type of probe looking into one of the highest fire hydrants lost pressure.
Former clients will be able to face Alec Murdoch in court in South Carolina today and watch as he's sentenced to 27 years in prison for stealing money they've been awarded in legal cases. The district attorney is already serving life with no chance of parole for murdering his wife and one of their sons. It's not just U.S. football. New research from Columbia University, presented at a meeting of the Radiological Society of North America, finds a measurable decline in brain function and microstructure among soccer players who hit the ball with their heads frequently. This is CBS News.
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews, all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits. Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name golden algae products off the shelves because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a weekly digestion. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast, highly effective, even nasal congestion caused by food allergies. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G. Who knows how they like.
Give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Why them a studio? Save $30 on the PG-36 USA.com/gift shop. Offer valid for limited time only for this video.
Mirage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Mirage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthy. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Mirage, M-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Holiday sales are off to a strong start. That doesn't mean shoppers are jumping for joy. CBS's Jason Brooks.
The Conference Board's November Consumer Confidence Survey is expected to reveal a further deterioration in sentiment regarding the economy, following 3 straight months of declining confidence. High inflation and interest rates have been two of the biggest factors in darkening consumer moods in recent months, although that's been offset by continuing strength in the labor market. Despite weakening confidence, spending has continued to increase, with consumers depleting their savings in the process.
A new analysis finds some of the new weight loss injectables are more effective than others. Study shows people lose more weight more quickly using Eli Lilly's Mounjaro than they do taking Novo Nordisk's Ozempic or Wegovy. Each has a different active ingredient within a year. Research shows 43% on Mounjaro lost at least 15% of their weight, compared to about 19% of Ozempic users. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
It's so to
You in this building? Okay, okay. Well, come on up. I'm in the studio, so what I do is I'll set it outside the door if you don't want to come in.
For your afternoon, it's News Radio 1440 all day.
Yeah, there's a technical issue here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Good morning. Hope this day finds everybody well. 860-1440 is the number here. You want to get called, like, talk whatever on your mind. I got a lot of things to talk about, but I got one main issue to talk about today. I still haven't heard. I guess the powers that be can't really come up with why this person let somebody sign a warrant on Mr. Pickett. I just can't figure that one out. But I guess with it all, like Mama said, what don't come out in the wash comes out in the rinse. Okay, that's what I'm saying. 860-1440, before I get to my main subject today. Somebody's on the phone like I don't know who it is. Okay, Mr. Ed, what's up? Good morning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I have not. But, I think that's some good advice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. All right, there, Mr. Ed. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Good morning. All right, now, okay, I gotta tell you guys this. See, my son, who's 32 years old, he was on the Facebook yesterday pouring out his guts about the bad I treated him and making him walk home from school. I used to, I used to, I used to drive by him just to make sure he was headed in the right direction and I wouldn't give him a ride. So he's having PTSD moments. I don't use that word. I use that word sparingly because it really signifies a severe issue. But for a kid, so he's all on Facebook and spreading his vile misinformation to everybody about his dear old dad. One day he didn't like his middle name. Well, what y'all think about my middle name? I named him Lamaster, right? He don't like the middle name. Yesterday, he made me walk. See, one time, then I'm gonna get to my story. Okay, here's what I did one time, right? I wanted to pick up some bricks off in the backyard. Now, because I told him, no, you don't want to put on no gloves, there ain't no ants or nothing on it, just pick up the brick, you don't need no gloves, right? He ran away from home. He ran away from home because I wanted him to know what nature feels like. Okay. I said, well, what if it's dark outside and you in the bush and the enemies are coming behind you? You don't want to know the difference between if it's a rock or if it's a snake or anything like that. You won't know the difference. So I was trying to get him to get in touch with nature. Now he's all on Facebook whining like a little anyway. So he decided to come up with a father and son podcast. I don't think he really. I told him, listen, I'll do it. I get on it with you, no problem. You can invite many fathers and many sons, and I guarantee you, the fathers, after living a little while, will probably understand my methodology. Okay, so I don't know. I told him I'll put it for the audience and let them think. His name is Lamaster. I said, there's nobody who's going to think that's a bad name. Lamaster. I mean, what a great! It's a name of it is an aristocratic name. It is a name that makes one stand up and pay attention. Okay. Now, what it exactly means, I don't have a clue. I know what his first name is, but I don't know what his middle name means. As a matter of fact, I think I got the name. I used to work at a Georgia, I think it's called a Norfolk, Georgia Regional Hospital in Rome, Georgia, when I was in high school. And I worked there, and there was a man that came in, and I worked in the alcoholic and the drug addict ward. And so I had the opportunity to meet some of the best men in the world when they were not drunk. But alcohol, and we talk about marijuana, alcohol takes people to a place that they won't even recognize themselves when they look in the mirror. But the one guy that made an impression upon me, despite his alcoholism, was a guy named Mr. Lamaster. And what an outstanding man. He had been an outstanding man for me still to remember him almost 50 years old. Okay, well, 40 something years old. And so I said, I'll tell you what. And so I thought I named my son after him, Lamaster. He was an outstanding human being. And it was one of those situations where just because you have problems, and we all got some are seen and some are unseen, doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you in a bad situation. Okay? And somehow, some way, with prayer and supplication, we try to find ourselves out of that situation. So Lamaster is where he got the name, where I got the name, was a man who I admired, even though he was a drunk on the weekend. But take the alcohol away, take it away from him, and he was an outstanding. And here's what I found, a little while, we all got issues. Mine is Coca-Cola. I just couldn't give them up. I have a hard time giving them up now. Everybody, Coca-Cola will make you drunk, but it just gives you diabetes and all kinds of, you know. So we all got issues, but he was an outstanding. So I learned not to judge people by running to the problem. Okay, see if we can help fix the problem. Okay, now getting to my other issue there. Let me see if this is on the phone call. This is my big issue of the day. Good morning, who's this? Fine, how are you? Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so when people cuss you out when they're drunk, they really want to cuss you out when they sober, but they understand that it's not the best thing to do. Mm, mm. Mm. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't either. But marijuana makes you seem to want to go to sleep and eat. I mean, I don't know. But wouldn't beer be the same? But wouldn't beer be the same? Wouldn't beer be the same? Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now I've heard. Now this is what I've heard that from a hospital standpoint, they say there are more people in the hospital because of alcohol uh, consequences than marijuana. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. And I don't know if it should be. I mean, the good Lord made the grapes and stuff we make it out of. So I mean, but like I said, it's not what goes in it, man, but what comes out. So if you drink to the extent, and we all got something. Mine is Coca Cola. I just yeah, got their own issues. So I'm trying to let go. Woo, it's hard. Hard as hard. All right. Hey, appreciate your call, man. I appreciate you helping. You may have helped somebody out this morning. I'm not sure, but I hopefully. Oh, wait, I gotta get before I go to a break. I got this. Okay, where's KK Miller today? KK Miller wrote something on Facebook. It says, "I spent $10,000 on two preachers in 1 year as guest speakers. Never again." That's right. Could have called me and I'd have did it for $500. Okay, I'd have came over there and spoke to your congregation for $500. KK, come on, man. Or you can use you. Listen, we got to stop looking outside our own wheelhouse to find people with a story. Okay, no testimony, no test, no testimony. There's probably somebody in everybody's church that can. You don't get what you gonna pay somebody for. We got somebody that did the same thing right here. Come on, KK. But at least he admitted it, though. At least he admitted it. At least he admitted it that he wasted the church's money. I appreciate that. I can appreciate it. So I'm willing to give him another shot. Next time you need somebody to come over and talk to the church, KK, call me. Okay, I'll come over there. Yeah, I'll come there. I can tell you how to do all kind of wrong things and straighten it up a little bit. I'm just saying. So KK, hey, he put it on Facebook, not me. he said, he said, he said, from now on, from now on, I'm going to use the clergy on my team. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, he said, no shade, just going over the records. I must become a better steward of the monies received. Popularity doesn't guarantee automatic maturity when it comes to who you receive the word from. Okay, that's true. Okay. It's some of the most impactful preachers in my area will come for $150. Well, I'm trying to figure out, I'm just trying to figure out why you paying them to come after all. Give them lunch. Why you paying people to come share the word? I mean, now I understand if you get somebody from California, you want them to come on. Yeah, TD Jakes maybe, he's been on the road a long time, but why you pay people to come to church? I mean, it's the same Bible that they bringing that you giving. So why you pay somebody? Come on, man. But if you are going to use somebody, tell the brother you give him a $50 gift certificate or something. Go to Walmart or something like that or something like. I mean, I can't understand why we paying preachers to come give the word that you are. He giving the same words you give. Unless y'all use like different Bibles or something like that. Anyway, all right, KK. But I appreciate you admitting to the public that you wasted the people's money. $10,000 for two preachers. Man, that's half the money I make in 1 year. Anyway, we'll be back right after these messages. Don't y'all go. Then I'm going to tell you what topic button is for today. Oh yeah, I got one. And my son helped me get this yesterday because he told me something he asked me a question about something that happened in school, which is whatever you call it, the PJ or B, whatever, Lee High School. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. That's all I know it is. And we'll be back after this. Okay, so don't go nowhere. Here we go. You're gonna appreciate this question. Really, you will. 7:24 in the morning. If you got to be there by 7:30, you got 6 minutes. Well, let's still ride.
I love seeing him smile and high five his teammates. I love seeing his eyes light up when his team scores a goal. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that high school sports have never been safer. Why? Because coaches have more information than they've ever had. Training techniques are more sophisticated, and equipment has never been more advanced. Playing high school sports isn't just safe, it's still the best way to give your teenager a healthy life. And that's the thing that I
This message about the value of high school sports is presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association. I'm a author of the Tank Revolution, and I like to enjoy the wonderful dinner lunch with Kevin Elkins a long time ago. The text message letting them know how much we feel needs. That same thing, we received a handwritten statement from them, letting how much they enjoy them, along with an article we discussed. That growth and that effort means a lot to me. It should. In fact, they have taken the time to write with a heartfelt note that they wanted the text message so well. In today's high-tech, no more. I would love to I hope I can make something good. Therefore, check us out at County Revolution.
Tomorrow, Big D Baker will be here to talk with us for a minute about this run for Congress. I appreciate it. I appreciate him coming by. Also, who else is coming? I think Friday, former mayor of the city of Montgomery, my good friend Todd Strange will be here in the house. So, when anybody else wants to come up, you can come up and sometime to do that. You may text 241-9998. We'll make arrangements for you to come here and argue or whatever information you want to disseminate. All right. Good morning to you. Hope that they find you well. Okay. Here's my issue. It's 7:30 in the morning. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here's my issue. Yesterday in INZ. Is it INZ or MENZ? There we go. We were sitting in the car and we were talking. We were acting. He gave me the same answer he gives me most of the time. He said it's the same. Okay. He said to me, when he tells me that, I mean, he just disgusted. Okay. That's good. Okay, yeah, it's just cool. But anyway, he brought something up to my attention yesterday, and I would love to get you guys' thought on it. He asked me, here's the question. He said, when you teach history, is it necessary to be so explicit? That was his word. So explicit on the incidents of history. And at first, I didn't know. I had an answer, and his question to me was this: that his history teacher um, is showing a lot of the things that happened to black folks under slavery and segregation in the South. She didn't just explain it. She went on Google and places and found the most to him. to him. The most despicable pictures, the most incredulous incidences where black folks were school blue tattooed. And he said, is it really necessary to go that far in teaching the history? Now, I didn't know exactly where he was going with this, so I gave him my answer, and my answer was this: it depends on the history. It depends on if the only way for you to understand what happened is to show you examples that I guess some would deem it necessary to show the most barbaric, inhumane treatment of people of the past. But then he told me something, which is why I've always been, which is why I'm against critical race theory. Okay, this is why I went to DeSantis and anybody else that pretty much says when it is age appropriate, when it is time for them to know, then maybe. And I'd say the 12th grade is about, if you haven't figured out, if you haven't figured out if it is or not, then that's a conversation with the teacher in New York. But he asked me, he said, as they were going through the state, this has been my rationale. And again, because I'm the most brilliant guy on radio, again, what I said would happen does happen. He said, while they were looking at the pictures and portraits and the articles of the way black folks were treated back in those days, a lot of people in the classroom became upset and mad. Can't blame them for looking at their past and being somewhat incredulous about the things that happened. But here is my question about that history. Why do we still teach it? If we teach it as a reference to the past, then okay, I guess. But it seems to me it is done as an indoctrination methodology in order to change the attitudes of the students that set before you. And the question is, who does it serve to do that? We can't go back and undo. Here we are in 2023. We can't go back and undo what happened. We just can't. So if we're gonna now, if we okay, if we want to make our kids angry, and then we'll start this process all over again. Okay, now somebody sent me a note just now that says, "Do they go heavy in teaching about the Holocaust and the others and such?" I understand that. The problem that we seem to have in America, okay, is that we teach to indoctrinate anger as opposed to, and what the Jewish people do, when they teach about these things, they say never again. Never, ever again. And we see that they're the one of the few groups of, matter of fact, they're the only group of people in the world that I know of that are treated badly because they happen to be Jewish. They happen to believe in something that we don't believe, or I don't believe. They don't. I mean, black folks are not strung up today and bombed, except unless we, things of that nature. Okay, but Jewish people, I mean, October the 7th, Hamas. I mean, and now we got the idiots over in America now doing the same thing. So I understand why Jewish people say, but is there anybody in their right mind who actually believe in the good old USA, that black folks will allow ourselves to be strung up, hung by trees, and does anybody believe that? I mean, listen, where you live, okay? We can't even get the police to go to some neighborhoods now. So, because they don't need us. We don't need them. We do it to ourselves. But the question is, here's the question. If the purpose of teaching the explicit history in Alabama, in the United States, if the purpose is to maintain the validity of that history, I'm almost okay. It happened. You can't undo it and hide it. It happened. But if that purpose, I didn't bring this up yesterday. He did. He asked me. He said, "What is the reasoning behind teaching it so explicitly in my school?" He said, "When kids behind them were getting angry at white people, and white people didn't do it; those white folks did." So that came from his own mouth and his own mind, not mine. I didn't know anything about no teaching it like that. So do we take another generation of young men and women who are already mad at somebody? I can't think of what for. Already mad that we live in the best times of black folks in America. Not the perfect time. There'll never be a perfect time. Believe it or not, where white folks treat just as bad as we treat black folks. Right? So there's never been a perfect time. But if the purpose is for history, then and to take that history and to learn from it, never again, like the Jewish people do. But it doesn't seem to be our MO. Our MO is to get angry, get mad, and go to jail. Okay? So it's just crazy. So if we have not empowered ourselves at all by that history. Jewish people have empowered themselves by that history. And as we see today, they still catching hell in some places in the world because they have to be Jewish. And black folks, they got a place in Russia right now where they got black folks pretty much hemmed up like chickens. So I understand that. It's not fair, but we live in a country. Do we really need to take minds that are barely working now and fill them with all the hatred that these pictures and these history would? Listen, I get mad too. You know, some of these so many ways you can get across, and she walk across the street, and people would take their belts off and smack the black children walking the road. Yeah, that angers me too. But that does come a point. But that anger, um, that anger um, has to be replaced with intelligence. Okay, in my mind. So I ask you the same. Is it necessary to be so explicit in our classroom to the point where we raise the ire of anger with our young folks about the things that happened in the past? I'm not saying forget it. I'm not saying don't explore it. To what extent is it teaching as opposed to um, informing and indoctrinating? Do we really look at our prison? We are building $1 billion prison right now, and I imagine there are many more to come. And who's going to fill most of those states? An unbridled generation of black folks who's still mad about what happened. So we go out and do all kinds of things, young folks. Who's going to fill those? Historically, from where I sit, we know. Because indoctrination, education is great, but indoctrination is not that good. I mean, my 17-year-old kid, I didn't bring this up. He brought it up to me because he's thinking. He's thinking. When he hears people come back to him in his classroom and say, I hate black people. His daddy, he didn't have no help from his daddy on that one. That's the conclusion that he reached. Logic and reason, most of the time, is always reason. So HXO 1445 asks the school board, to what extent, of specificity do we need to show the path in such a way that I think it is harmful to the psyche? That's just one. Hey, good morning. Who's this? Yes. My son got on that for you. I didn't. Okay. He didn't say what. Well, let me answer. Were you? Okay. Why? Why? Why though? Tell me why. Okay. Hmm. The stupidity of a few does not indict the many. Right. Hmm. I didn't say don't teach it. I didn't say don't teach it. I didn't say that. I said to what? To what's? No, 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 no. I said I'm trying to ask to what specificity do you need to ram it down the young people's throats today? When you have a captive audience, you are ramming it down their throats. Well, you haven't really made a point yet, but I'll give you A for effort. And let me ask you a question. Don't we do the same? Wait a minute. Don't we do the same thing? Don't we do the same thing? Yeah. And, and maybe so. It didn't change. It didn't change the score on the thing. It didn't change the outcome of the game. I didn't care about it. I don't care what they say. What comes out of your mouth don't mean anything to me. And then that's something. And it goes on in our community. We get together and talk about white folks like this. Okay, so what's the difference? Okay, I'm just asking the question. So to you, so you don't have a right, but so you don't have a problem though with changing, right? Well, I'm letting you, and it's your, and that is your, you okay with it, and I'm not the way it's good. Yeah. Well, I don't see it every day. I see it exactly the opposite every day. Man, I get someone, hey, who we hang out with? I don't see it. Well, okay. Hey, okay, appreciate it. And that's why I went with I said my last thing, I will come back right after this. And again, it depends on what the teaching is all about. If it's indoctrination, then I'm not for it. If we use that knowledge to make us a better, but we keep wanting respect, uh, but we keep putting out entertainment, music, articles, things that desecrate the memory, desecrate the memory of the folks who sacrificed for where we are today. But anyway, my son said, what is the reason to be so explicit about the things of the past? We'll be back.
mini mid-season form. BetOnline has info available with both desktop and mobile access at any time for almost any sport that is played, including MMA to international soccer. BetOnline, where the game starts.
After a cold start this morning with a few clouds remaining, it's going to be a mainly sunny afternoon. Temperatures again on the chilly side, though, mid-50s, below freezing tonight. It's going to be a night with widespread frost. Temperatures down into the upper 20s and lower 30s under a clear sky. Mostly sunny tomorrow, upper 50s, low 60s with more clouds on Thursday. Then December gets here and it will start off on a wet note Friday through the weekend.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sabry for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got new accidents. Highway 31 southbound at Highway 14 Fairview in Prattville, Troy Highway at Bell Road westbound, Carmichael at East Trinity Boulevard, South McDonough at East South Street. So be careful in all of those areas. The Toyota Corolla, that's the #1 selling car in the world. Get yours at McKinnon Toyota. It's worth the drive. You'll be grinning with McKinnon off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
It's Matt Parsley with Budget Car and Truck Sales, Montgomery and Prattville. Your friend in the car business. Stop saying someday, one day, soon. Your someday is here. With Budget Car Sales, Black Friday, yes-a-thon. Your someday is today. Because Budget has banks and credit unions that want to say yes. Yes. That's a yes to low down payments starting at just $7 down. That's a yes to no payments up to 6 months. Still making payments on that rusted, busted old car? Get a nicer, newer car with lower payments. I'm not someday, one daying around this week. Let's get it done. So pick a nicer, newer car with low down payments. Banks that want to say yes. That's a yes. At Budget, we work harder to help you drive a nicer, newer car you'll love every day. Make your someday today with a like-new car, truck, van, or SUV you deserve. Get to Budget Car Sales in Montgomery at 61 Mendel Parkway, just off Atlanta Highway, next to Fraser Church, or in Prattville, 508 McQueen Smith Road, across from Walmart, next to Aldi's. Shop online 24/7. BuyBudgetOnline.com. That's BuyBudgetOnline.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Do you want to know the secret to baby brain development? It's you. Your baby's brain develops rapidly in her first few years. 2 apples on top. So talk to her, read and sing as much as you can starting from birth. You don't need fancy toys. Play peekaboo, read a book, or just talk about your day. For more information on baby brain development, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Did you know that Alabama law requires all pets to be currently vaccinated against rabies? This is State Public Health Veterinarian Dee Jones. Rabies vaccination not only protects dogs and cats from the deadly virus, it also reduces the risk to the owners who could unknowingly be exposed by their unvaccinated pets. Help us protect you, your family, and your pet by getting them vaccinated today.
This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
The news you need, the news you can trust, the news you depend on. News Radio 1440. More at newsradio1440.com.
All right, we are back. 860-1440 is the number you want to give us a call. Let's talk to you. Whatever on your mind. Good morning. Who's this? Pretty good, pretty good. Okay. Hey, that's your perspective. Not a problem. That's what you believe. Good morning. Who's this? Well, and but even the Indians, when they came over here, they fought each other and they got the land from somebody else. So yeah, right, 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 right. All right. Appreciate it. I'm in somewhat agreement with you. 7:55 in the morning. 860-1440. Good morning on air. Morning.
The same mistakes, but we need to spend a lot of time on anger management and violence intervention because we've got a lot of young people that are very angry and very violent in our society today, and they're not getting it at home, and they're not getting it because evidently they don't go to church.
Hmm. Right. And it teaches us so much about ourselves. Sometimes you can be the best team on the field and still lose. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Sometimes you got to be in the right place at the right time. So it teaches us so much about life. Football does. So mhm. Yep, I would agree. Hey, appreciate it. Man, I got 1 minute left, and it would be unfair to try to go get somebody and get them on the air. So if you guys just want to hold on, because I just don't have enough, I got 1 minute, so it wouldn't be fair to you. Somebody put a picture on Facebook shows the old two black men nicely dressed from back in the day, and two young guys with the drawers all showing, looking like thuglets on it, and you know, uh, and needless to say, what I think about the picture, we certainly have had a change in what we believe. Anyway, we'll be back. Uno mo. Okay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WFMU News.
Oh,
News Radio WLWI.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. CIA Director William Burns has arrived in Qatar for talks on the release of more hostages and prisoners in the Middle East, where an extended ceasefire is now in its fifth day. Correspondent Cameron McCormick has our top story. The truce will now continue for 2 more days, but Qatar, the main mediator in this, is hoping for more, its foreign ministry spokesman. Our main focus right now is, and our hope, is the reach of sustainable truce that would lead to proper negotiations and eventually to an end to this war. In the meantime, the pause in the fighting will allow more humanitarian aid in Gaza. By Israel's count, around 170 hostages are still being held in the Gaza Strip. So far, just one American, a 4-year-old girl, has been released. The White House believes as many as 8 or 9 are still captive. Just in from Washington, Hunter Biden is offering to testify publicly before lawmakers in Congress investigating his business dealings. House Republicans subpoenaed the president's son more than 2 weeks ago. So far, they haven't uncovered evidence directly implicating the elder Biden. In India, 41 workers trapped in a collapsed tunnel for more than 2 weeks could be freed soon. The BBC's Samira Hussein.
We're hearing that they finally were able to breach through all of that rubble and debris to get the piping that they're going to be using to bring the men out from the tunnel.
And men have been subsisting on chickpeas, dried fruit, nuts, puffed rice, and water funneled in through a narrow pipeline. A private memorial will be held today for former First Lady Rosalind Carter. Correspondent Mark Strassman is in Atlanta.
Mrs. Carter's family and friends want today to be a celebration, not a moment of sorrow, a celebration of her long life and legacy. And this afternoon, a special tribute service. And among the invited guests, President Biden, Vice President Harris, and their spouses, the Clintons, and 3 First Ladies, Bush, Obama, and Trump.
And also from grieved loved ones to a mass shooting denier. Here's CBS's Steve Caton.
Families of children and adults killed in the Sandy Hook school massacre have made an offer to conspiracy theorist Alex Jones to pay a fraction of the $1.5 billion in legal judgments they won against him. Lawyers for the family say in a court filing they would accept at least $85 million over 10 years.
It already looks a lot like Christmas in parts of the Northeast. Odyssey meteorologist Craig Allen.
Some of the biggest snowfalls are occurring downwind of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, and these areas are picking up anywhere from 1 to 2 feet.
S&P futures down 8. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com. Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. Right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted means of online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
A kid in the Midwest found a dangerous way to get attention. The call came in to police around 6:45 Saturday night. A forklift had been stolen from a middle school in Ann Arbor, Michigan. They found it and the 12-year-old boy driving it through the city at a pace at speeds between 15 and 20 miles per hour. After some swerving and damaging of approximately 10 cars, the boy stopped and was taken into custody. Close to an hour later, no one was hurt. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News. Poor parents are skipping that glass of warm milk or a good story to put their kids to sleep and using melatonin instead. Research in the journal JAMA Pediatrics finds 18% of 5 to 9-year-olds are giving them supplements that mimic a hormone produced in the brain to regulate sleep cycles. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine issued an advisory last year telling parents not to do that without consulting pediatricians first. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News. Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now, here's what. Is it open enrollment? Also, between Medicare and saving more. They were switching to Medicare, saving about $500 a month, which is a good. What's more, they like it. Medicare has double in their satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. Medicare is a proven thing too. For over 30 years, $1,000. Here's the thing too, if you join before November 30th and mention the public health share, you get another $150 savings. So I'll get it here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's November 30th. So call now and you'll save even more. Here's the number, 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE. I'm Ned Myers from Just Volunteer Success. Our family-owned business has been serving the region for over 35 years. Specializing in the design and installation of quality nutrients. The process is easy. Our experts will guide you every step of the way, selecting window coverings that best complement your space. With Just up to the industry, you don't just change your home, you transform it. Visit us online at www.gardenandstretch.com.
It's been closely committed by truck salesman Billy and Brandon. Your friend in the car business. Stop saying someday, one day, soon. Your someday is here. Your budget car sales Black Friday. Yes, Yvonne. Your someday is today. Yes. That's a yes to low down payment. That's just $7. That's a yes. To no payment. No. You don't make payments on that rusty product. You don't consider your product. No. Oh my God, you won't get around this week. Let's get it done. This is a nice real cost. Low down payment. Yes. The budget zero coverage. No, we got a nicer real cost. Zero every day. This is Sunday today.
budgetonline.com. The city of Montgomery invites you to Christmas on the River. The festive spirit of Christmas is coming alive in downtown Montgomery on December 5th. Experience the enchantment of live music, ice skating, food vendors, and special appearances by Santa, Disney, Blue, and the Grinch. And that's not all. Explore our exclusive holiday market and gingerbread gift gathering. Featuring more than 25 vendors to make your Christmas shopping a breeze. The magical evening will culminate with the lighting of the city Christmas tree. Join us at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, December 5th at the Riverwalk Amphitheater. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find the needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of help, when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
News Radio 1440 is everywhere you are. On the radio, online at newsradio1440.com. And on our app. You can also listen on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
And good morning, everybody. Hope that they find you well. Before we get back to our phones, well, these guys have been holding forever. So let me talk to these guys and tell you about it is Giving Tuesday, so let me tell you what you can give to. Good morning, and thanks for holding. Good morning, sir. You know, I have not yet. It took me 2 years to want to go over there, and when I went over there, I must admit I was pleasantly surprised at the presentation of it all. So. Mm. Mm-hmm. Right. But the weapon didn't do it now. The people. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. It does. The one strange thing to me, though, about all of this, we seem to be more angry about what happened years ago than we are about what's happening every day in this country, in our community, where we're killing each other with impunity. Mhm. Mhm. Listen, they're always right, right. There are people who do wrong things, and yeah, I agree with you. Right, right. There are evil people. Mhm. So why is it that we want to hold everybody accountable for what has happened to black folks except black folks? Well, okay. Well, I mean,
Your own rational decision.
well, and I understand, but again, they got folks now, image, NAACP image awards now, are giving people awards in our culture that say the most vile, insulting things about black people. And I hear you, but that's not okay. Mhm. Sure, sure. All right. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because you're ignoring the truth. I ain't mad at you. Okay. Yeah. No, no, I'm trying to describe hypocrisy. And that's exactly what it is. That's true. Well, he said, why do they have to show it so explicitly? Just to make the point. We know we can't live in America. Yeah. It is. But it's still, yeah. We still have killed more of ourselves than women. We still have killed more of ourselves than they did. It is what it is. Okay. He said it bothered him because he had kids behind him that said, I can't stand white people. All right, then. You sound kind of wimpy being a ring this morning. Yeah, but I'm at the road. Let's get one more call. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Hmm. But aren't they related though? But aren't they related? Aren't they related? They went to Africa to get indoctrination. Mhm. Well, let me, and okay, I think I'll have to ask you a question before I can answer that. In your site, is teaching history about learning or about trying to correct it? Mhm. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, I have to. No, no, but I want to tell you now. Right. But let me ask you a question. Again, when a 17-year-old comes to me, my son, and asks me without me, no provocation from me, no nothing. We just talking in the car, and he getting out of class, and he walks. I didn't know it was coming. He just said, "Why do they have to teach it so explicitly?" Because yeah, it bothered him to the point that the kids behind him said, "I can't stand white people." Well, I never taught him about this color thing. You don't talk about that's not an excuse to fail. Uh, so his thing is that, well, yeah, I'm just saying, he brought it up, not me. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, right. Yeah, right, right, right. Okay, I think that, yeah, but that was a reasonable, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. All right, I think all right, I think that's a good idea. Let me take a break, and we'll be back at 8:20 in the morning. And it is Giving Thursday, Giving Tuesday today. And again, we are trying to raise money for Helping Hands, or YLC, whichever one you want to give you. We're doing that today. Now, if you can go to GoFundMe.com and you can do a search up there, and you go Helping Hand Good Neighbor Award. That's what you, or you go to my Facebook page. And I want to thank all the folks who've been giving lately. I do appreciate it. You go to our Facebook page, and it's the one with me and a bunch of Ranger guys in a shoot, a squad shot of former Ranger cooks, and we're there, and we're all dressed in white with our grit berets on and everything like that. That'll be me, the little short now on the end. That's when you know you're at the right page. We got a picture of a letter up there with a link on it to help our Helping Hands program this year. Also, if you need to write it off, you can make the check out. You can make a check out to go to any service firm bank and make the check out to it's called YLC, Youth Leadership Corps. We try to get that thing going too. But you can do that, and then we can transfer that money as a profit uh, exchange, okay, to Helping Hand. So, all right. So we try to raise $20,000. Probably won't make $20,000. But anything close will be all right. We appreciate it. And what we do is every year we find people. Come to me. I don't find the people at all. People who listen to this show, starting next week, will send us in letters to the 15th of the month of people they know that are working their butts off, but sometimes we just can't make it. They are not to be fooled. that we are trying to help you. So you send it starting the 5th of December, from the 5th to the 15th. And it has to be written. No emails, no texts. It got to be something written about the person and the kids got whatever kids, maybe some of their flight, not everything. I don't even know the whole story. And you send it to 1 Commerce Street. You can also send text 1 Commerce Street, and you can bring it up here and send it outside our door. We're on the 3rd floor. It's News Radio 1440, Cumulative Media, but it's Suite 300. Send it up there. And we don't have a lot of time to collect these kind of stuff. We can't help everybody, but we can help somebody. All right? So bring it up here. So we're trying to raise a little money here. We're trying to give everybody at least $500. So me and Ryan and Randy, we show up at people's houses on 3 days before Christmas, and they don't know, we don't have a clue because somebody thought enough of them to put them in for a war. And this is a way that you can help people when you don't have it to help. Well, a little bit from everybody does a lot for somebody. So I'm just saying, everybody does it. So it's called Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award. You can go to my Facebook page. There's a letter there. There's a link in that letter on the top of it, and you can help us out. Or you can go to GoFundMe.com and search Helping Hand Good Neighbor Award, and you'll find it. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm I'll be all right. Anyway, 860-1440. Be on Channel 11 tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Talk a little bit about this. They believe it. Okay, so we're gonna try that one more time. Okay, 860-1440. Remember, I gotta take a break. We'll be right back after these messages. History. Is it taught to indoctrinate, or is it taught to educate? Well, my son had that question yesterday. Why do we have to be so explicit when we talk about the past and the atrocities and the negative things that happen to Black folks in America? He asked me. I didn't bring it up at all. We'll be back. Tuesday, Day of Giving. We ask that you do just that. I know everybody's asking everywhere to give this, give that. Hey, just give a little. You don't have to give a lot. We'll be back. GoFundMe. It is called Good Neighbor. Helping Hand Good Neighbor Award. If you go to GoFundMe, you can find it. You can donate online. We'll be back. Or you go to Service First Bank and tell them you want to do Helping Hands or YLC. If it's a big check you want to write it off, make it to YLC and we'll put it over with Helping Hands. Thank you very much. We'll be back. 8:25. We'll be right back.
News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Boost Infinite.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology switches between networks, giving you the best service at a lower price. Switch today. Call 855-55-BOOST. Visit boostinfinite.com or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15.
Good morning, Montgomery. 65 southbound just past exit 176. That's the Cusada exit. We've got an accident, so watch for that. 65 southbound. On Carmichael, we've got an accident there at East Trinity Boulevard, South McDonough at East South Street, and Prattville Highway 31 and Highway 14, Atlanta Highway 126 at Lime Creek Road. Please use caution in all those areas. Christmas shopping is best at Premier Fresh Shop, Bath & Body Works, Cuts by Us, Hourglass Optical, Shoe Carnival, Pharaoh Vape and Phone Repair, and more. Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law for Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
Are you riding around on under or overinflated tires and possibly causing damage to your vehicle? Visit Chico's Auto Pros for a completely free tire inspection. Chico's Auto Pros.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
There have now been over 75 attacks against Americans in Syria, Iraq, and other areas in the region. And now another aggressive action by the Chinese Navy in the South China Sea against America's Navy, and it's like and these are international waterways, and nothing seems to ever happen. It doesn't matter what China ever does. It doesn't seem to matter what the mullahs in Iran ever do. Why? I don't know. Could it maybe possibly have something to do with what the Chinese may have on the Biden family syndicate, knowing that they got tens of millions of dollars from them?
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Treat yourself to a gift that you will use and love every day with brand new custom window treatments from Blinds.com. Save up to 50% off everything during their Cyber Monday sale. On Blinds.com, they make it simple and easy to customize beautiful blinds and drapes and shutters. Now, they even have my favorite motorized shades. It's the coolest toy you'll get this year. Shop at Blinds.com for their Cyber Monday sale now and save up to 50% off site-wide plus big doorbusters. Up to 50% off everything at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
December 6th, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest growing cable news network. Sirius XM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America. The News Nation Republican primary debate, live December 6th, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
You don't have to miss a second of your favorite talk show at home or at work. Listen on your smart speaker, on your Alexa or Google smart home device. News Radio 1440.
Research shows that successful ad campaigns share 8 characteristics.
It's so amazing to
radio reaches
to the moon and sky above.
with emotional connections that build trust and credibility for your business. Radio is unskippable and quick. We get your message out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your base media buy. Research also confirms that marketing campaigns generate even higher returns, starting at a 19% lift when they are on more than one platform. That's why Cumulus offers a variety of effective digital solutions to enhance your base radio buy. At Cumulus, we are your one-stop shop to deliver a coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job to get your business results on News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
When seasonal allergies or clogged sinuses are making you miserable, you want fast relief. But there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's an alternative solution that provides fast relief, and it's called Navage. Navage is the natural drug-free way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick, easy, and most important, it will help you breathe better. Don't take a chance on medications that may not work as promised. Instead, trust drug-free Navage to help wash away the source of your misery so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News 1440.
It's 8:31 on this Tuesday morning, and it is Giving Tuesday, as a matter of fact. So don't forget to go to GoFundMe.com and make a donation, small, big, or large, to Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award today. All right, 860-1440 is our number here. Let's go back to the phone and see who is there. It's always good to have an interesting conversation about this thing, though. Good morning, on air. Let's go. Good. Mm-hmm. Or educated.
Occasionally, they gonna forgive the people over 9/11.
And you know, that's one of the wait a minute, that's one of the few tragedies in this country that brought most of us together. Yeah, well, yeah. Mhm. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Well, I can't get into all that at the moment, but well, let me ask you something. Wait a minute, isn't that what Christians are told to do? Okay. Kind of, they ain't quit. Mhm. Again, I can't answer all those questions, but mhm. Mhm. Okay. We got a generation that is misled, but we mm, yeah. All right. I appreciate it. It is okay. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Yes. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Because I don't feel that's we seem to relish in the past and the atrocities when we have atrocities every day in America, especially in black communities. And we seem to just wait a minute, let me do you know if for every 100,000 kids in America, by race, 11.3 murders happen in our community and 2.3 happen in other communities. We have an epidemic of killing ourselves. But, wait a minute, that doesn't affect behavior. Nobody ever took a father out the house. Nobody ever done that. That's the lie we tell people. You don't have to leave. Well, it sound like to me the lady had a problem. Well, it's true, but the man still can be involved in his children's life. Well, maybe not, but listen, the people in the military are gone for sometimes for 10, 15 years, and they still have some say about their kids. Yeah. Well, we know we didn't say that. Well, at what point? But at what point do we as black men take responsibility for what we do? Okay. Well, we got one once again. Well, that's true. But all information, all information on the internet is not true. They do, but they don't seem to have the problem. They don't seem to have the problem. I'm just 11.3 children per 100,000 black children are killed, and everybody else is 2.3, except Asia 0.6. Okay. Well, listen, go on Google and see who. Wait a minute. Go on Google, type in shot last night. So are we so dumb that we allow that stuff in the community? Are we that good to let anybody put anything in our communities and let it go? I mean, it's still our fault. Yeah. Then that shows a lack of then that shows a lack of control, of intellectual control that we have. Because if we think that somebody else could influence our kids besides us, then we have some mental issues there that culturally need to be done away with. Yeah. Yeah. But hey, you just got to bring the internet things together. We can write anything we want to write on the media now. That's it. That's it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. One more call, then I'd like to break it out. Good morning on there. You got anything else? I mean, okay. People think they know everything. 860-1440 is the number here, and we'll come back right after.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
switching to Medicare, you see about $500 a month. Medicare has double the member satisfaction rate in the health insurance. Double. Medicare has proven things for over 3 years. Here's the thing too, if you join people doing 30, you mentioned the promo code you get another $150 fee. I think the number here is not good, but call the that one is November 30th. Call now, see if you Again, there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but it's 95% cheaper. You can get it online. Go to hughes.com/joy. Your campus will get a free medical consultation, free shipping with prescribed, and the process is 100% online. Before your free online visit, go to hughes.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
The news anytime of day, anywhere you are. Listen.
And good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. Now, before I get to any other conversation that's somewhat meaningful or meaningless, let me tell you about Penny Earn Concrete and Technologies. They are the transformers. They do stamped and patterned concrete foundation for commercial and manufacturing. They also do driveways and commercial parking lots. Did you know that Penny Earn also has the equipment for clearing lots for construction? They can also clear and rid land of shrubs and underbrush. They can put roads, clear fence lines, clear ponds and dams. Anywhere land is overgrown, Penny Earn Concrete and Technologies can handle the job. Their mulches can grind underbrush into shreds and return it to nature for compost. They're minimally invasive. That means you don't probably know where they live. And to clear and clean your property, call Penny Earn Concrete Technologies today at 334-284-9292. That's number one more time, 334-284-9292. You can also check them out on Facebook at Transformers. Transformers overgrown property into manageable and productive one with Penny Earn Concrete and Technology. They do more than just concrete. What do you call it? Okay. Let me check. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I got to tell you, yeah, okay, good. 860-1440, and we can run it wrong again. But that's okay. We can keep being wrong. See, nobody knows. All it means is that if you have a 501c3, that it must be active. And guess what? Yeah, RT. 860-1440, I love talk whatever on your mind this morning. Anything else I have to talk about? Okay. That's always an interest. I love having an intelligent people up here to have that conversation about this. this issue. Again, my son brought it up to me. I didn't bring it up to him. I got all about the whole conversation. But CRT, I think it has to be age appropriate because kids, even grown people, and listen, and me too. One time I get all the looks about some of the things I saw that went on in the past. In this place. I got all pretty upset about it, but I can't do anything about it. I can't undo what happened. All we can do is go forward and try to make tomorrow a better place. We just can't do it, you know. And we got people who are scared to death that if you can't use the past, then you become insignificant now. Okay, but let me rest assured for people who are older. I'm older than me. I'm older. Uh, the sacrifice will never be forgotten. Had it not been you, uh, you know, standing in harm's way, fighting a good fight. The folks we know in town, Reverend Sankey, Peter Oakley, those folks used to heal. It will never be forgotten. The sacrifice you guys made, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King. That would be almost insane to think that people could forget about their thing. But they fought for a reason because they wanted to make it a better place. They wanted us to have a better relationship with the people that live around us. I can't help what other people think. I mean, if you're black, you don't like whites, that's your issue. If you're white, you don't like blacks, that's your issue. I'm not going to make it mine. Well, I'll treat people that I know the way I'd like to be treated, and hopefully the way they treat me. So I don't bury I don't, I just don't leave the race thing. But I am going to take Z to the no more. Because I am going to take, I never took over the rest. But I'm glad I did. And I think every young person in America should make a beeline to Montgomery, Alabama, once in their lifetime to see the history of America. 860, good, the bad, and the ugly. So they should come here and at least see what the EJI is actually put up. Okay? Because going over there really changed my perspective on the past, but not to the extent that I want to keep living back there. Good morning, on there. Good morning. Sure. Sure. I can imagine. And it was not a pretty thing. Well, I didn't know. Again, not being born in the South, not being born in the South, and although Indiana's probably got the same problem, but we just never focused on the whole color thing. It was there, but I was young. I didn't. People make the law. So yeah. And again, again, my question: why is the history important? Is it important to indoctrinate us to a right? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, yeah. They took the Indians took them from people that were here before they got here. It was where I'm from. I'm from Indiana. We studied Indian culture extensively, and the Indians did come over. I'm not going to say from Asia, some of them. So America, this land. Well, I don't know. Hell, I can't even. I can't. I don't even know who was here when the Pilgrims got here. But nobody. Wait a minute. Nobody was here in the beginning. So somebody came from someplace. I don't know. Don't see the video. How do you know that? But how do you know that? Right. But you don't know that. I don't know it either. Have you figured? Wait a minute. We know that we hey, I got to run because I got a lot of calls. I just get, but you know, like I know that we were lied to a whole bunch of times. Good morning. How can you claim land was here before you got here? Good morning. I hear you. Good morning. Who's this? Sure. Hmm. Still the same, huh? Really? Still? Now I got it. When the last time you went to New York on the thing? When the last time you went up there? What the hell? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You from there, so I don't know, but I don't know if it's still the same. Mhm. Well, that was crazy because you are a small man, but that's very true. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna call somebody in New York tomorrow on the air. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's just see. One more call. Good morning. Hey, hello. That's one of those phones that ain't working. Sorry about that. Call me 323-0042. It's a one-time deal uh, because some people's phone evidently. Who in the world is a Clovis speaker? We're here for in the United States. Never heard of that. But everybody came from someplace. Okay. And if we all originated in Africa, the continent of Africa, it would seem like to me that everybody's an immigrant. Everybody's an immigrant. Matter of fact, the only land that I'm absolutely sure belongs to anybody is the Jewish people. Because in the Bible says that God gave them that land. Everybody else, yeah, you got to get in line and find your place and find your place of land, and you can't own it. I don't know why we say own it. We just rent it to you leave. You don't own it. When you own something, you can take it with you. You can't take that land with you. Okay. You know what? And at the end of the day, what makes every man is the grade. And when you rich, or poor, you all end up. Gotta go. Tomorrow, Dick Brubaker will be hanging out with us. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.
Sunday on News Radio 1440.
Is everybody the same?
This Friday, you can just
On the first day of Christmas, my true love. Well, okay, I hear you. How do we know that? How do we know that? How do we know? How do we know? We don't know. We don't know.
Radio 1440, WRWI,
How do we know?
the Dan Bongino Show. Also,
in the region.